Nelson Mandela's story is a testament to the power of one person to change the world. Born in the small village of Mvezo, South Africa in 1918, his early life was rooted in the traditions of his Xhosa heritage. Mandela's father was a local chief, and young Nelson grew up surrounded by the values of community and respect. He often listened to elders share stories of their ancestors' bravery, stories that would later shape his own path. These tales instilled in him a deep sense of justice and a profound understanding of the importance of fighting for what is right. Mandela's formal education began at a local missionary school, where he received the name Nelson. He excelled in his studies, showing an early aptitude for learning and a keen interest in history and law. At Healdtown High School, Mandela thrived in the disciplined environment and actively participated in debates and sports. It was during this time that he began to form his own opinions about the injustices faced by Black South Africans under apartheid. Driven by a thirst for knowledge, Mandela pursued higher education at the University of Fort Hare, where his activism began to take shape. His involvement in student activism led to his suspension, marking the beginning of his lifelong commitment to challenging injustice. He moved to Johannesburg in 1941, where he continued his studies and witnessed apartheid firsthand. Mandela completed his Bachelor of Arts degree and then studied law at the University of Witwatersrand, realizing his calling to fight for liberation. Johannesburg was a melting pot of ideas, and Mandela found himself drawn to the African National Congress, or ANC. The ANC, formed in 1912, advocated for the rights of Black South Africans. Inspired by their vision of a free and equal South Africa, Mandela joined the ANC in 1944. He quickly rose through the ranks, his passion and eloquence making him a natural leader. He helped establish the ANC Youth League, which aimed to mobilize young people against the injustices of apartheid. Mandela's legal training proved invaluable to the ANC's struggle. He understood the power of the law and its potential to dismantle the oppressive system of apartheid. He worked tirelessly, providing legal counsel to countless victims of discriminatory laws. His efforts helped expose the brutal reality of apartheid to the world, garnering international attention and condemnation. However, the South African government responded with increasing brutality, further tightening the grip of apartheid. Undeterred, Mandela and the ANC adopted a strategy of non-violent resistance, inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's teachings. They organized peaceful protests, boycotts, and strikes, challenging the very foundation of the apartheid regime. The government responded with violence and repression, but Mandela's commitment to peaceful resistance never wavered. He believed that violence would only perpetuate the cycle of hatred and division. His unwavering belief in the power of peace and dialogue earned him the respect of both his supporters and his detractors. In 1960, the South African government banned the ANC and other anti-apartheid organizations, driving them underground. This act of repression forced Mandela and his comrades to re-evaluate their strategies. With peaceful avenues for change effectively closed, Mandela argued for the formation of an armed wing within the ANC. He believed that the time had come to meet violence with violence, not as an act of aggression, but as a means of self-defense and to dismantle the apartheid state from within. The decision to take up arms was not one that Mandela took lightly. He understood the risks involved, both for himself and for the movement. In 1961, Mandela co-founded Umkhonto we Sizwe, the armed wing of the ANC. He traveled abroad for support and military training. Mandela led a campaign of sabotage against government installations. In 1963, he was arrested at a farm in Rivonia. Charged with sabotage and treason, the Rivonia trial became pivotal. Mandela's speech outlined his commitment to a free and democratic South Africa. "It is an ideal for which I am prepared to die," he declared. His words transformed him into an international symbol of resistance. Mandela and his co-accused were sentenced to life imprisonment. From his prison cell, he became a global icon of hope. The world rallied behind his cause, demanding his release and the end of apartheid.